Okay, honestly, I don't even know what JPFGO is doing anymore. So we had a really whack event where there was like no point ladder, there was no missions, no lottery, none of all that stuff. It was just kind of the first normal, kind of bland, vanilla event we've had in a long time. But it's like, okay, we're getting ready for maybe Ordeal Call 2, right? Because we had the announcement, we had like 3 banners that came out for it. I'm like, all right, so we're prepping to like, I don't know, drop this around Halloween, and then we get Evocation. I'm like, okay, that's cool. We're bringing back new free-to-plays, but now we're going to start moving into like the countdown for Ordeal Call 2, or maybe this is going to be, the pre-release campaign or something. But no, we're getting a Grail front. I have no earthly idea what is going on over here at Lasengal HQ anymore, because we announced what, Ordeal Call 2 at the beginning of the month, or at like the end of September or something. Like, it's been a fat minute, and this is running till the end of the month. So I don't think we're going to be getting Ordeal Call 2, although granted, these Grail fronts are things they can run next to events. Like sometimes on like the last couple of days, they'll have another event like overlapping on top of it, but it can't be the Halloween event, because I've been hearing people that can actually, understand the JP live streams that evidently they're going to be slowing down the Halloween and the Christmas events, or they're just not going to be doing them at all. Well, not at all anymore, but it was like something along the lines of, we want to slow down on them and we don't want to push them out every single year. We might start doing reruns. So I have no idea what's going on. I mean, Grail fronts are nice, sure, you get a free Grail out of it, but I don't think it's anybody's like favorite mode. I get some kind of enjoyment out of the first couple of stages, but then like the last stages, just always like the most minutia ridiculous thing that you can just look up a guide on YouTube and it's like, this is how you manipulate the AI, and you can easily, maneuver around and win with level 1 servants, right? So I have no idea what is going on over here, but we've got some potential banners that we might be getting. If you're a Koyenskaya fan, she might be coming back around, and I think this is the first Grail front. Someone in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first Grail front where we have damage buff servants. I can't remember if the Seraph Grail front where, BB comes back and gets her buff, I don't remember if that had damage buffs, but we do have that for this one. Obviously, they're bringing back, they're giving you some like Saint Quartz and some QP and some login bonuses. Like, this is all good things. This is, fine. You just extra little things for logging in. You get 7 Saint Quartz over here. It's like, oh, just for doing some of these missions and stuff over here. Like, that's cool and everything. But one of the things that, I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a little bit of a Debbie Downer, it's just been rough over here on JP. Like, kind of coming out of a slow month for NA into kind of a mid-month. It's not like we didn't have anything on JP, but just a mid-month. And I don't know, this is just kind of like a mini rant for me myself. It's just been kind of slow on a lot of gacha games. So it's like not only like playing Fate, but playing, the Dragon Ball game. It's just like, and everything's just very slow right now. And like, there's not a lot going on. I'm like, what is going on over there at the headquarters for these companies? Like, what is going on right now? But, one of the interesting things are the bonus servants. So we could see a raid up for Koyen Dank over here. Maybe great public hope. Sorry, this is the I'm using Google Translate to just translate the entire page just to get like the general gist of everything. But I did not see that they just called him Great Public Hope. That did okay, that makes everything worth it. But, Tai Gong might be getting a bonus raid up over here, which is fine and all, but I don't know if anybody's going to go for Koyen Dark or Tai Gong when you have Castoria on raid up right now with Morgan also being over there. And I know Morgan's not the best servant in the game, and this is coming from big, Morgan simp number 1. I'm her strongest soldier. If there's only one Morgan fan in the world, that's me. All right, I'm that guy. But you have better options, right? Even Koyen Dark is probably a better option than, Morgan as a Buster farmer, but you can't take away from the fact that she's still very popular. If I have the opportunity to go and summon for Koyen Dark or Morgan, I don't have either one of them. I know Morgan's probably not the better of the two to pick, but I'm still going after Morgan, right? I'm going for the wifey. I'll get similar enough results. I'll make it work somehow. And Tai Gong is good, but unfortunately, Lasengal, we're kind of waiting on a good new quick support that's on the level of Castoria and Koyenskaya. And, Ruler Scotty is nice, but, double Ruler Scotty plug suiting in Caster Scotty isn't quite double Koyanskaya plug suit in Oberon, or double Castoria using a free Black Grail plug suiting in Oberon, right? It's not quite the same level of power, especially when, you know, Quick doesn't have the same looping capabilities that art students do, and where they can like push through 90 plus and 90 plus content, right? Especially with, you know, Castoria having a split battery. And, you know, I like Tai Gong. I thought he was so good when he came out on JP that I went ahead and summoned for him, and I managed to get him. And he's really strong and all, but, you know, are you really going to go for Tai Gong when, one, we have the potential Ordeal Call banner coming out at some point? I don't know when this is coming out now. It's like, could it overlap with this Grail front over here? I don't know. Maybe, right? Maybe there's some hidden lore I'm missing between the, you know, White Sky Castle and the Black Knight Castle over here, and the Ordeal Call 2 servants that we're going to be getting. Maybe there's some hidden lore that I'm not quite understanding. Maybe they announced it in a live stream, and because, you know, I don't understand Japanese, I didn't pick up on it. But are you going to be summoning for any of these guys? I don't think so, right? I mean, bro, ain't nobody summoning for you, dog. I mean, I tried. When he came out, I was trying to tell people that he was not that bad, but people were not hearing it. They're like, bro, he could be as good as you want. I have no idea who this guy is. I ain't summoning. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm sorry, my man Huang, I tried my best. But maybe Koyan Dark. If they throw a Koyan Dark banner our way, which, let's be honest, Lysengal loves chucking banners our way. They love just throwing infinite limited units at us, which is not bad, because, you know, that means we have more opportunities to get people like Koyan Dark if she's your favorite character, or if you read Tugunska Sanctuary and you end up really liking Tai Gong, then, you know, that's nice. You know, you have more chances to get them, but that's probably all we're going to be getting. That's going to be like the only notable thing, is that you're going to get some Saint Quartz, right, which is always good. Extra login bonus, couple of little missions here and there. You're going to get a Grail, which is nice. Maybe you have a shot at getting like Koyan Dark over here. But aside from that, there ain't nothing, right? There's not really anything here. I mean, it is nice that, you know, we're getting the damage buff and the bond bonus. I mean, that's cool, right? That's cool, right? That's really nice, because it does say that in the event quest you are going to be getting this as well. So it's like, okay, some of the annoying things of, you know, I don't know, it's like, oh man, I had some assassin come after, I don't know, my boy Tai Gong over here, and he's going to get clapped up. But nope, now with the power mod, he might actually be able to kill them and, you know, maybe clutch out a victory. I mean, Penthesilea going to go crazy. Penthesilea, Asterios, they might get clapped up, but, you know, if you're going first, you run into that battle, you get that priority, you might just absolutely obliterate them. Tai Gong for this event, I imagine, is going to be pretty solid. Uriel, I think, will also be pretty good, unless for some reason there's like no men for her to blow up with her NP, which would be hilarious. Like, let's be honest, if they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna give Uriel a special damage mod for the event to really help out those free-to-play players, and it's like, hey, Lysengal, where are the men for her to fight? It's like, oh, we kicked them out. It's like, nice, cool. But it's like, you know, Koyan Sky's got good power mod, so she'll have a really nice spread of coverage moving into this event. And then I imagine, again, you know, if you have Penthesilea, you have Asterios, them being Berserkers getting the power mod, you let them run up on someone, they're going to eviscerate them, right? They're going to do a metric butt ton of damage, especially Penthesilea, just because, you know, he's a 1-star, his stats aren't quite up to par, but she can do some nice damage. She can cook pretty well. But I don't know, man. This is just, it's just not it, man. It's like, yeah, cool. I like doing the first couple of stages, but I think it's the fact that, like, Grail fronts are, like, nobody's favorite mode. I mean, if it's your favorite mode, let me know in the comments down below. Please, prove me wrong. Someone who loves Grail fronts, let me know. But, you know, it's just not, like, it's not the most fun node, and it releases so slow as well. Like, you get one node every day, like, one a day, and so it takes forever to get all of them out, and so then you're just like, I can't, it's, like, not really even adding a whole lot of content, which is why for Grail fronts, I love the Skahawk one. The Skahawk one, they paired it with a Lotto, so it's like, okay, if you're waiting for the new stage to come out, you can go farm Lotto, you can go farm the event shop, but just dropping the Grail fronts by themselves, like, bro, whose idea was this, man? Like, whose mans made this and was like, you know what, nah, the rest of the Grail fronts, don't tie them to any event at all whatsoever. But maybe I missed something in here. Maybe there is Copium going to be an actual event tied to this, but I doubt it, because we just had an event, and they don't really pump out events like that close back to back, which is understandable because they got to like write a scenario and they got to write lore and blah 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 for like the new events and everything. So usually it's like it takes them a little bit to kind of actually push out those events, and I understand that, but it's like, come on, man, you don't even have to make a new servant. You can just do what you did for the Skyhawk one. Put Koyan Dark on raid up, give us an event, just another event shop or something, man. I need Berserker statues over here on JPFGO. Help a brother out and just toss me some things, man. Give me something, man. We are starving over here on JP, and I don't know, man. Maybe that's a topic for a different day, because it is like 5:30 in the morning, because, you know, that's when JP is like, this is when we're going to drop our updates, which I understand. It's a very American thing to complain about. It's like, oh, I can't believe you're dropping this at an inconvenient time for me. But, you know, I'm going to complain about it anyway. All right, I'm going to complain about it. But, yeah, it's like, all right, it's already like 5 in the morning, already waiting for the thing. And it's like, oh, cool. Nice. We're basically getting nothing. So, I don't know. Hopefully, Ordeal Call 2 just absolutely knocks it out of the park. And I know when FGO is really like, you know, it's going, it's like, you know, you're really high on the game, you know, you're getting really cool servants that are coming out, very fun stories to read or good events to play. But man, when you have these lows, they're low, and it's really hard to just be like, all right, guys, y'all ready to play a Grail front? It's like, no, it's like, we're not looking forward to this. And if you're an NA player, dude, like, if you're exclusively NA, it's got to be like grim looking into the future, being like, oh, nice, October in 2 years is gonna really suck, right? It's kind of what we were looking at this year when we were looking at like how Halloween functions. We were like, dude, it's gonna be really nice. We're gonna have, you know, a good summer event. We're gonna have a lotto. We're gonna get Lost Belt 6. We're gonna have all this good stuff kind of running in. But then, man, it's gonna suck for like 3 weeks having nothing, right? We were like, dude, this is gonna be rough. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I try to generally stay pretty positive about the game because we're at least still getting things, but I don't know, man. Like, I wish they would just toss like one extra thing with these. Like, these like small campaigns, I just wish they would start adding like one more thing on it. But, you know, small indie game, right? We can't do stuff like that. We got a small team, small indie game, so maybe I got to cut them a little bit of slack on that front. You know, only the #1 mobile game on the planet, right? Maybe I should be expecting less. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice day, and I will catch you guys in the next one.